I was doing a bit more research today on who am I. I went back to the book of Genesis and looked at the Garden of Eden. As I went through the Bible, I kept jumping from one scripture to the next just to try and piece together the picture. And what I realized is that the Garden of Eden was initially occupied by Lucifer, otherwise known as the devil. And when he decided to go against God, he was taken away from that very place that he once called home. And as a result, God gave that home to us as humans. Now, I'm quite sure that Adam and Eve had no idea just exactly how good they had it. I can only imagine, I had to pause while reading the Bible, just wondering what it would be like to be in a place where I had the opportunity of physically walking and talking with God each and every day. That must have been amazing. So again, what did the devil do? He tempted Eve, and Eve used that temptation towards Adam. And of course, they both sinned and was removed from the garden, casted out, never to be allowed inside that garden again. But the one thing that God promised was that we could redeem ourselves. And by that, I mean being able to do the right thing. Each and every one of us are being tested every day. Satan wants to destroy everything that is good. It's the only way that he feels he can get back at God for removing him, for making him feel less than. He blames us, human beings, for the reason why he's no longer in the garden, as opposed to taking ownership for the decisions he made to be where he is today. I speak these things again, not that they're new. They're not new. It's information that's always been here. But I feel compelled to revisit these things and put the message out there in my words in hopes that it meets someone who's in need. Each and every day, we all have the decision of making a choice for right or wrong. Please, whatever you do, if you're not doing right, or if you haven't been doing the right thing, it's never too late to start. It really isn't. Even if it's on your deathbed, ask for forgiveness for the sins that you know of and for the sins that you don't know of. But most importantly, forgive yourself and move on. I find that the most difficult thing that we have to deal with is ourselves. We are very hard on who we are. We punish ourselves more than I believe the Creator does. You've got to learn to love yourself. You've got to learn to forgive yourself, but live in truth. I've always stressed, not just to myself or to my friends, but to my children. It's important. Speak the truth. Speak it ever. It doesn't matter what it's going to cost you in the long run. Because if you don't own up and accept and acknowledge the things that are wrong now, how can you stop it? You must acknowledge things in order to change. So it's important that you make the decision to start doing the right thing. Make yourself a promise that from this day onwards, you're at least going to try. And if you have been doing the right thing, if you have been doing or speaking your piece and speaking truth and doing the right thing for yourself and for others, I commend you. May God's blessings, whether you're doing it or whether you're not, may God's blessings be with you. And may His word and just the thought that He is the creator of the heavens and the earth, and the fact that He created you and I, we didn't do this by ourselves. Don't get caught up with the things of this world. It's not important. It really isn't. They're trying to brainwash us to think that it is, but it's not important. It's very hard for me to stand here and try to deliver this information because I grew up in a world where this information normally comes from the male perspective. So when I felt compelled by God to stand up and speak the truth, speak His words, it was a bit of a back and forth saying, why me, why me? But God said, why not you? So I'm here to tell you, it's important for you to do what's right. It's important for you to stand up. It's not too late. I hope that this message meets and greets the ones that need it the most. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys again come Monday. Bye for now.